I'm Elle, and since today is Halloween, I thought, what if we talk about something that's really scary? And when I say something, I really mean someone, because really, what's scarier than John Kuckian? There have been a lot of drama videos surrounding John. We all know the stories, we all know the background, but I thought, hey, with all this drama, how about I actually reach out to him to see if he would give me a statement? I thought I'd get ignored. Surprise, surprise. Your girl has an exclusive statement from John. Fun, right? So, because I love receipts and making sure that receipts are factual, let's have a quick look to prove that I can go straight into my emails. I can scroll in. You can see that that is John responding to me. And that's a full scroll up and down. But what we're going to do is go through everything that he says, all the drama, his response, and then have a quick chat. So, before we get into all the drama, let's see what he says. He says, "Hello, Elle. See, that's nice. I would be happy to answer your questions below and clarify any confusions anyone may have." Ah, that's really nice. And you know what? Let's just skip ahead to the end a second. For his parting words to me, just so nice. He said, "Thank you for reaching out to me, and I wish you all the best with your future investigations. Best wishes." I got best wishes. You know, all we can wonder is maybe he's turned a new leaf. Maybe he's going to tell the truth. Maybe he might not be so bad. And then, you look at all the drama and everything that's been going on, and then you think, nah. But anyway, this has all started because John has released his Pandora's Box lipsticks. And it's all a little bit out there. So, like last year, when he was accused of copying Jeffree Star's Dirty Money lipstick shade, as both were green, he seems to have done the same again when he released a video called Bullshit Makeup Tutorial and showed off his Rebel lipstick. Users on Twitter were very quick to point out that it seemed pretty much identical to MAC's Rebel lipstick. So I was interested to see what he would say about that, because obviously if he's copied that, that would be copyright infringement. So John said, "Firstly, it's really impossible to tell if a shade is identical to another shade from a video, as color calibration makes a big difference. A purple is only a purple when viewed on a wide range of monitors." And I mean, that is true. Different monitors give off different colors. It's why you can go online, find a nice top, get it delivered, and then think, that did not look as it did on the computer screen. So, okay, he gets a pass there. However, he then goes on to say, "Secondly, the lipstick name Rebel is very popular amongst many brands, of which the shade is usually a shade of purple. Using the name Rebel would in fact not be an infringement of copyright whatsoever. Many names in the cosmetic industry are shared by many brands. The example I would give you, Elle, that's me, is Huda Beauty, having the lipstick Trophy Wife for a long time, but Fenty then releasing the Trophy Wife highlighter. The same goes for foundation shades, because this can make it easier for the consumer to find their shade in another brand's like of foundation and concealers, such as light beige, natural beige, ivory, etc. That English, please. Now, John would have a point there if, well, let's put it this way. MAC has the lipstick Rebel. Charlotte Tilbury also has the Rebel eyeshadow palette. Now, just because these items share a name, basically enough, they're totally different. One is a purple lipstick, the other is a green eyeshadow palette. The issue comes when not only is the item the same, the shade is very similar, but the name is identical all at once. Now, I'm not a copyright lawyer, I don't know all the ins and outs, but it does seem to be treading a fine line, allegedly. Plus, the concealer names that he offered, they're pretty standard basic colours and not bespoke names. All right? John then goes on to say, I have personally never tried MAC's Rebel, and I can see on Google this is a bullet lipstick which is different from ours, as Kuckian retails velvet liquid lipsticks which look completely different. I have looked on Google and MAC's Rebel looks a lot more bright and magenta when compared to ours, which is much more earthy. It would be very difficult to come up with a unique name for any lipstick in a saturated multi-billion-dollar industry, as there are so many brands producing the same range of products using popular words as their product and shade names. Now, he hits another problem. It is every individual brand's job to do their research. If you go into Google and you Google Rebel lipstick, then the first thing that you come up with is MAC's Rebel lipstick. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if John named the shade Rebellious or Rebellion or anything else. It would be more like a homage than theft. Not that I'm saying that he's stealing anything, because I don't want to get sued. But anyway, he then says, at my last launch, people tried to say my pigment shades were repackaged from other brands, which of course is defamation and has subsequently been documented. I addressed this on my channel, and then he gives his channel link. But that was drama from last year, and I'm not going to go over that all over again. There have been plenty of other videos and plenty of other channels that have talked about it, so you can have a look yourself. But this is where it gets funny, at least to me, but I have a dark sense of humour anyway, so that's fine. John says, these rumours only exist until proven wrong, which is when the next rumours begin. It's a sad ecosystem when you consider I am really not involved in any dramas and am just working hard chasing my dreams. I make it a big priority not to involve myself in anyone's dramas and to keep my focus on creating entertaining content for my audience. John's not being involved in anyone's drama? Really? He hasn't done anything like, I don't know, suggesting that Peter Mon was a paedophile? No? But again, we know all that drama, we know about the ringtones. That's not what this video is about. This is about new drama. So again, you can go elsewhere to look this up. The problem is, when John says he doesn't want to get involved in drama, he probably shouldn't have brought up Beauty Sleuth Official's past criminal history and not so subtly threaten her with legal action. On Twitter, John put up a screenshot of Beauty Sleuth Official where she said on Instagram, damn, looks like I'm breaking my no-buy so I can reserve John Kuckian's Kitchen Cosmetics Fall Collection. Bye, money. On a serious note, don't support this brand unless you want to support slander, bullying, destroying people's lives, and possibly getting chemical burns like a few people did last year. John also put this alongside a blacked out mugshot from Beauty Sleuth Official's past, which that automatically involves him in drama with another drama channel. On Twitter, he kept going with this, saying, "If individuals think chatter like this won't land them in a lawsuit, they are sadly mistaken. I have 2 years of evidence in my back pocket. Individuals don't realize that every single tweet, Instagram post, and comment they make that causes damage to any of my brands with false accusations is recorded and is sitting pretty for D-Day." And here is where he specifically mentions Beauty Sleuth Official once again. "I have your criminal record. AdSense has a history of your bank details, which they will share with the courts. You try to destroy me, and I won't clap back online. I'll take my time to get back what you owe me and all fees associated, always keeping receipts. If someone has spent 2 years coming after the same one person, you can bet no matter what that person does, that person will keep chasing them. Do I really have to start coming for damages? I have made it very clear I am staying in my own lane away from other channel dramas." Can anybody else think of somebody that, has gone after someone for about 2 years? Well, the less said about that, the better. But, oh no, that's not the end of the drama. It turns out that people have been signed up to Kuckian Cosmetics' mailing list without their consent, with some horrendous names attached. For example, as you can see in this video, Mango T, Stephen Mango, had the N-word attached to his name. Petty Page, in her video here, was fat-shamed. A user called Vimilzy said on Twitter, "Tell me why I got an email too. I've only made one video on him," referring to John. "Is everyone getting these?" And as you can see in the screenshot, her sign-up name was Loser. Another Twitter user, Mama Silverside, was also signed up, as you can see in this video. She also stated on Twitter, "Okay, so I checked my email and I had 3 emails from JK, John Kuckian, via MailChimp. It came to another email address I use. There was no nickname, but when I clicked on Update Preferences, the name was also Fat N-word. I've sent an email to MailChimp and saved images, vid, etc." And these are only a few amongst others. To me, that does look really suspicious, and there has been speculation that John did this on purpose to stir up drama around his latest launch so that others would merely talk about him. Twitter user Kuckian Suckian, who states that they allegedly knew John in real life, basically corroborates that idea. They said, "Y'all, the less attention you give fuckboy cockboy, the better." I'm not going to laugh. Serious. He feeds off negative attention too and wants drama, so his name goes around. The more that is made about him, the more people are exposed to him who don't know everything, and the more he feels famous. Let him die out. He loves it. He once told me that people that are hated are more famous than people that are loved, and that if you can do something outrageous or say something, even if you don't believe it, just to stir up hate, you'll get way more comments and views than if you are liked, because people will go off about it. He literally told me that he thought it's easier to get famous if you are hated like Jake Paul than to try and gain it with one person liking you here and there. He knows what he's doing and he wants drama, so don't give it to him. I have literally failed. Please forgive me." Of course, in all seriousness, John has denied this. He says, This is probably one of the most ridiculous rumours, and I understand why you would ask me this. If I was trying to cause drama with anyone, which I am not, as you will observe, I stay well clear of all public drama and other members of the drama community. The last thing I would do is sign up people to one of my own brands. Now, we have just seen that he has gone for Beauty Sleuth Official, so that isn't exactly true. Now, to be fair, although this is very suspicious, this could be John, or this could be someone working on John's behalf to give him more exposure, or it could even be somebody that hates John and really just wants people to keep talking about him because they can't stand him. There are really weird people online that don't behave the way that they should. So the fact is, we honestly will never know who did this, why they did it, and we can only speculate. The problem is that if John is the one behind this, he could be breaking GDPR. GDPR is General Data Protection Regulation. And that's basically a set of rules that makes it against the law for companies to misuse personal data, where individuals have more control over allowing or not allowing companies to keep or use their email addresses, phone numbers, full names, all of it. I'm not an expert in this, but signing people up to mailing lists doesn't seem like following GDPR to me. But then again, we have no idea whether John did this or not. We can only guess. Continuing on, John says, that would just be stupid. Our mailing list is fully GDPR compliant, and subscriptions and unsubscribe requests are all handled by MailChimp, the largest company in the world to manage mailing lists, who are fully GDPR compliant. For an individual to suggest either Kuckian or MailChimp are in violation of GDPR is actually defamation and an offence we can hold that individual accountable for in court. John needs to be careful there because speculation is not the same as accusation. For example, if I decided to say, well, John Travolta looks like he could be the kind of guy who cheats on his wife all the time, that's not illegal. But coming out and saying John Travolta cheated on his wife and presenting that as fact, that is illegal if it's untrue. I don't really keep up with John Travolta, to be fair. So do not come for me. That was an example. John then goes on. Secondly, I have not and never signed up anyone to any mailing list. I work very hard to maintain a peaceful, positive outlook on life and would not agree with doing something like this when it's already done so badly to me. So there it is. That is John explicitly saying that he has not done this. If he hasn't done it, fair enough. If he has, then we have it in black and white that he's lied. Since my email to John was very clear, stating that I was looking for a statement from him, I'm going to include this next part, since if he didn't want it out into the world, I'm sure he wouldn't have sent it. He says, you may not know this, but I am financially responsible for both of my parents' mortgages since they both fell sick in 2017. I don't talk about this online as I value my privacy, but my priority is really looking after both of them, which is why I never engage with rumours or any craziness online. Obviously, if it's true that John's parents are unwell, then I wish them all the best. Nobody deserves to be sick or need that kind of help, and that's awful. But at the same time, John, you absolutely do engage with rumours and craziness online. That's what you're known for, son. Like, calm yourself, honestly. Thirdly, since we have found out that this had happened, we have contacted those affected, explaining what has happened. It was around 6 drama channels and an Instagram makeup account, and have now gone through and removed all email accounts within MailChimp which contain offensive language. On Twitter, John talked about this more in depth. Using an alternative search term, we found a small amount of targeted harassment was conducted from Indianapolis, Indiana, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. I believe the person signing up drama channels to mailing lists may have a child because they engaged in this illegal targeted harassment at one point using Wi-Fi at Tutor Time Childcare and Preschool in Phoenix, Arizona, from what we understand. Please DM/email if you have leads. In his statement to me, John basically says the same thing, although he's now obviously focusing on an individual allegedly from Phoenix, Arizona. Finally, I have further addressed this on Twitter and managed to track down where the spam is coming from. It's mostly from a user in Phoenix, Arizona. We've been doing our own investigation into that one. Finding out who in the drama community is doing this would make a great investigation, as I suspect they are also the one responsible for signing all of us up to spam emails. Right at the end there, it seems like John honestly believed that my story here could be switched into me basically trying to accuse somebody in the drama community who lives in or around Arizona for doing all of this. And I'm sorry, but I'm not anybody's little errand girl. But anyway, we have absolutely no idea who is behind this. Maybe it is John trying to drum up some drama and therefore push more of his new makeup products. Maybe it's somebody else who hates John and just wants drama channels to cover stories about him. I honestly don't know. If you pinned me to a wall, I still honestly could not tell you. All I can tell you is that it's very suspicious and drama channels are not doing it to themselves. Moving on, there's also been anger about a Snapchat from John where he filmed a bunch of people revving cars and literally burning wheel rubbers. So let's have a look at that.
Shit! Oh shit!
John says, I occasionally go to car shows which are always held on private property. I presume this is what you are talking about, as I rarely use Snapchat. Recording cars doing burnouts on private property is in no way illegal, and for anyone to publicly suggest that I am engaging in illegal activity would be considered defamation. Now, when I reached out to John, I said, there have been rumours that a Snapchat of yours involved illegal activity. At no point did I mention cars or vehicles or burnouts. I didn't actually know that that's what burning wheel rubber was called, but I suppose it's more of me being a nerd. John continues, realistically, it would be stupid to film something illegal and post it on Snapchat to thousands of people, much like the false claims myself or anyone in my company is signing others up to mailing lists. On that matter, we are actually working with the police now regarding this matter, something that has been addressed on my Twitter. And I thought, okay, well, that's fair enough. But then I rewatched the Snapchat a couple of times. Now, again, I'm not an expert. Nobody come for me. But I wasn't aware that a car park was private property because that's where it's happening. And, because I was curious, I decided to do an investigation. Sorry, John's crowding my brain. I decided to do an investigation into that myself. If you watch closely, you can see in the background of John's Snapchat that there's a Curry's PC World at one side and a Harvey's at the other. And I found where that Snapchat actually took place. Allegedly. That would be, again, allegedly, Squiresgate Retail Park in Blackpool. This is during the day. Unfortunately, though, Google Maps can't give exactly the right angle, but I'm pretty much positive that it's the same place. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Since when is a retail park private property, John? Do you know, I sent him a polite email and then he sends me an email back and he personally lies to me about that, even when he's wishing me luck with my channel. I, for one, am hurt. Personally hurt. But, at this point, is anyone surprised? Because no, I was not surprised. One thing that I did want some clarification about was the fact that on Twitter, John said that he had 4 companies. And, well, this is what he said. I'm chasing my dream. Bother someone else with pointless drama. And if you've ever been signed up to a mailing list against your permission, just opt out. I'm running 4 businesses and taking care of my family. I don't waste time doing anything destructive towards anyone in private. Now, I know of Kuckian and Kuckian Cosmetics in the UK as per a company's house search. So, where are the other 2 companies? Thankfully, John cleared that right up. I am the director of 2 companies in the UK and 2 companies abroad. All of this is very much legal. I do not discuss my business operations on social media and make the choice to keep those private and away from craziness. So, there are 2 more companies abroad owned by John. I have absolutely no idea where to even begin searching for them. What I did find is that he does have a trademark for Kuckian Cosmetics registered in the US back on the 4th of April in 2017, and then a later trademark for the word Kuckian registered in Europe on the 9th of June this year. But as I said, for me, right at this moment, those other 2 companies are a mystery. My companies are within their rights to protect themselves legally and furthermore seek compensation for damages incurred, of which we are documenting with every tweet, post and video that is made online about us. We do not have malicious intent and focus as much of our energy as possible on wonderful makeup we love and adore. I hope you can understand I cannot discuss in any detail any matters of a legal nature. I did ask him if he was going to be suing anybody, but I guess that's the best kind of answer I'm going to get. But anyway, that last paragraph there does suggest that at least those other 2 companies are also makeup based, even though the last trademark that he made this year includes watches, jewelry and clothing as well as makeup. So I guess we should be gearing up for his new fashion brand coming soon, maybe? But here are the real questions. Is John behind the mailing list scandal? I honestly don't know. Was John involved in illegal activity as far as the car burnouts were concerned? I would not want to say. I'm no legal expert, so I'll let you guys work that one out. I have no idea. But can John sue me? No, because this is all gossip. It's all speculation and everything is alleged. But, let's end it on a positive. When I closed out my email to John, I did try to be nice. I did say he was a busy business owner. He is obviously very busy, constantly deleting negative comments on YouTube videos, again allegedly, and I knew he would be busy. But at least he did reach out to me. And finally, he said, I am very happy you took the time to contact me. This kind of speculation, when spoken as fact, can be very damaging to both parties online, And it's unfortunate when this kind of thing does happen. And you know the story, him wishing me the best. But yet again, it's more drama involving John Kuckian, right around the time that he has a launch. I did ask him a little bit more in a second email, but although he was very fast in getting back to me over the first one that I sent, he hasn't gotten back on the second. So I'll give a short video update if he does. If he doesn't, which I suspect he won't, well, it doesn't really matter. All that I can say is, on this very dim, grey Halloween, that I now too have been personally victimised by John Kuckian lying to me in a private email. John, how could you? I was an innocent. But seriously, that's John's current drama, and it was definitely something. As always, like, comment, subscribe, or don't do any of those things because I'm not your mother. And as we say in The Sims, dag dag.